It's time now to reveal our greatest Britons and union jackasses of the day. Carol Malone, let me start with your greatest Briton.
Okay, mine is Sajid Javid, who at the end of last week told all GPs had to start seeing people face to face again, and he said those who didn't would be named and shamed. Good on him. The BMA had the cheek to say the government was preoccupied with face-to-face consultations. I mean, preoccupied. This is how medicine has been done for millennia. People need to see their doctors. It's a human right for them to see their doctors, and they should be allowed to.
Benjamin Butterworth, your greatest Briton.
Well, mine is two people. It's the Conservative MP, Andrew Rosindale, who I think is for Romford MP, and the Ilford North Labour MP, Wes Streeting. They were both yesterday, Sunday morning. They were talking together at the death of Sir David Amess, and they spoke so powerfully together about the need for our politics to be kinder and more decent. And they both spoke powerfully of what a nice man Sir David Amess was, despite their different politics.
Esther Kraku, your greatest Briton.
I think this is quite a fitting end, Sir David Amess.
Yeah, and you don't need to say anymore. And mine also on the same theme, actually, the Queen and Boris Johnson for cutting all of that bureaucratic red tape and giving Sir David Amess the one wish that you just know he would have been so happy about, and making Southend a city, which was beautifully announced today. Carol Malone, your union jackass.
Right, well, mine's Sir Paul McCartney, who never misses
What?
Yes, wait a minute. Never misses the chance.
Dare you?
Well, let me say it first of all. What do you mean, how dare I? You've just asked me, I'm going to give it. So he never misses the chance to slag off the Stones. And the New Yorker magazine this week, he said, now, listen, you should be outraged at this. He said, the Stones were basically a blues cover band. The Beatles were better and they envied us.
Well, the Stones have been slagging off the Beatles non-stop.
So, he thinks it's the other way around. The Stones were always edgy and sexy and cool, and the Beatles were a bit more homey and wholesomey. But you know what? My point with this is, why does he feel the need to say this? Because he's always having a crack at them. Why now, at the age of 70, whatever he is, with all the world acclaim that he has, does he feel the need to slag off the Stones? Because what it looks like, it looks a bit snidey and it makes him look a little bit jealous.
Benjamin Butterworth, your union jackass.
Mine is the Russia's ambassador to the United Kingdom, Andrei Kellan, who was speaking over the weekend saying that journalists, British journalists have been banned from Russia because we treat journalists badly here and that we don't have a free press. I mean, it's completely preposterous.
Yeah,
you know, this is a
rich.
country that is antagonising the energy crisis that we spoke about earlier, and they have an appalling record, and it's getting much worse. And I hope the world isn't shy to confront Russia on its appalling lack of democracy.
Esther Kraku, your union jackass.
Femi. And
who is he? Explain him. A lot of people won't know who this is.
well, he is quite notorious for campaigning against Brexit and losing fantastically. But really, just this tweet, a few hours after the announcement of Sir Amess's passing.
So let me tell you, actually, Esther, it was tweeted 3 minutes before Essex police actually announced Sir David Amess had died. That's how sick this man is. He tweeted before Boris Johnson does
the attack. So he didn't even know he died. Yeah.
On Tory MP David Amess, saying how he's outraged about how violence has infected our politics. Please remember that he was happy to use death threats as a tool to try to get Joe Cox's successor to support Brexit. I mean, Carol Malone, this bloke.
Shameless.
He's out of control now. This is a man who does this all the time. Just, you know, he's a self-publicist. He's always, you know, he still is going on about Brexit even now. He can't accept that he's lost. This was a man who called me an extremist the other week. And he would never say... He would never say to my face, he's too cowardly. But he did say it on Twitter very soon after I'd said something. So, you know, he needs to rein it in a bit, because all this is for him is about self-publicity. This is all about getting his name out there. And sadly for him, it's not out there enough. Tonight will actually probably make him feel quite good about himself.
No, he loves it. And my union jackass, I'm not sure if we've got the clip, actually, but it's for this moment with the Victorian police in Australia, who are now starting to check whether people's coffee cups are full of liquid before they decide whether to arrest them or not, because that is the level of authoritarianism now in Australia. And I just feel like, when is that country going to take a step back and look at what they're doing and realise that this is no way to act in a civilised society, Carmelo.
I know we saw the video earlier, and it was done in a light-hearted way. But again, it's the Australian authorities pushing to see how much they can control.